Heyo! Welcome to DragonDown Day 2! This will be the final one, as my year... Hey, you wanna actually happen, machine? Hey, there we go. Neat. Thanks. Are you running so slow, machine? This stressed me out. Anyways, enough of that. That's fine. Okay, so DragonDown. We've already unlocked Benwyn, which is excellent. So now I will go for Korth, our lizard folk, the first lizard folk. I'm excited about that. Raised as a gladiator in the pit arenas of Karatur, Korth has since traveled the world studying fighting styles and the art of war. Korth is infamous for his skill and efficiency in battle, and for his ruthlessness, as he never spares the lives of his opponents. Those who cross Korth's path do so at their own risk. Lizard folk samurai, eh? Hey, it looks pretty neat. Upgrade? Oh, excuse me, good grief. Marks enemies he attacks. All champions that attack marked targets gain benefits for doing so. Champions that attack marked targets can gain a small damage shield. Excellent. Korth helps champions that are adjacent to him do more damage against marked targets. Helps non-adjacent champions attack more quickly. Interesting. Oh, it will be fun to play with this fellow. I'm excited to see what he can do. Oh, I can lose, though. Okay, well, anyways, that's some fun rambling. I'll get some levels, stop struggling, and come back to you when I'm a winner. Sorta. Yeah. Alright, so I feel like, just briefly, I should touch on the fact that burning debris on on level 14. Zero problems with a little bit of extra gold fund. With 240% here. No problemo. I'm not gonna hang out though, because you don't need to watch me go through it. I just wanted to let you know that it's way easier the second time around. That is all. Challenge complete. What did I do? Dailies? Daily. There you go. Whoa, 1085. I missed so many on this one. Not that there's any lead up to this, so there's no context. And I've checked all those. Here you go. I missed this one, and this one, and this one. Oh, and this one. Is there another one? No, that was it. It adds up to too much, though. Anyways, so we're at the halfway mark. Beat the boss. Missed that. Intended to tell you about it, but I was looking at challenges, because, you know, I'm distractible. Anyhow. Nope, not that one. I wanted to go here. So looking at our formation here. Thinking on Brunner's specialization, right? I guess the idea is to just always formulate him into the third column from the front. Or at least no farther than said third column. So as to make use of his Shield Master ability, because it does give you the best bonuses. Excuse me. So I am going to go with Shield Master for now. I feel like it's real repetitive, but one day I'll use something different. And then for Celeste, I won't use something different. We go War Domain again. You pro damage, you know, health doesn't kill anybody. You know? So, also, her health thing is pretty terrible. So, slightly less terrible. Don't really do much for me, you know? So, damage it is! Yeah, I don't know, I'm a big fan of offense, you know? It's a rough strategy in some days. In some games. Like in a strategy game, like a real-time strategy, like a StarCraft or a Warhammer or something. Then you run your army and you're like, yeah, I'm a smash, and then you don't. And then you got no army left because you just threw the whole thing at them because that's just how you play. And now you lose. Ah. You don't lose because you lost, you lose because you didn't win. That's the worst way to lose. It's also a really mediocre way to win. Just my opinion. Anyways, now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to cook us to the end here. We're going to climb up. We're just going to carry on, get some levels. We've got enough gold fund. We should roll through it pretty quick. It should all flow pretty easy, especially considering the first run to 50 all flowed pretty easy, except for levels 14 and 50 for the health, hit point based health bosses. They tend to be a little bit tricky. And yes, I know I said boss, and 14 is a barricade. I don't know how else to describe it. It's not a standard enemy and it's got hit point based health. It's a boss. Again, just my opinion. Anyways, now I'm really just getting carried away. So I'm gonna bust forward and we'll, I guess, I do this because for me, this is the way that it would. But for the video, we're going that way. I'll figure that out. Rights are lefts, and lefts are right. We'll get there. Just like the rest of this mediocrity, it'll slowly evolve towards something not awful. Okay, so I want to come in just a little bit early before the boss here. Just while I can do some good damage with Jax. And he can kill like 5 or 6 dudes at a time because it is fun to watch. I'll end up specializing with somebody else, so we'll have a different damage dealer. 2, 3, 4. Somebody else? No, he got 4 that time. Come on, come on, come on! Give me more guys. Just one. Ah. I got 5 a minute ago, and it was great. Come on, come on, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, 4. 2. I guess so. Fine, you wouldn't be near as effective as I want you to be, you son of a gun. I'm trying to make a video, man. You're supposed to perform. Okay, sorry, buttons there. Making a video. Nayeli, Oath of Vengeance for the extra damage instead of the extra health. For Calliope, we're going to go College of Valor for the extra damage. And this is when we really come into choices. The specialization with Ashara. Now with this, I'm going to go with humans because Minsk is better at dealing with the enemies up front, keeping everybody at bay, which will then let Jax slowly pick away at the dragon, hopefully. I think. See, so we do that, and we end up doing less damage now, because Jax was a far superior damage dealer than Minsk. But Jax would only hit the dragon the one time, and then you're not doing much about the people in the front. Unless, of course, I've got enough gold fund that I can do stuff about the people in the front. And I just did do the math. But that's fine. I'm going to go like this. It worked last time. It's a bit of a different formation this time because of the layout. But it'll be alright, I feel like. Hopefully. Maybe. Use Jax to clear the screen. We use Nayeli, slow everybody down. We're mostly just trying to hit the dragon. Celeste, where are you at, lady? Shara, push everybody back. Celeste, wake up! Wake up! Okay, don't wake up now. There's monsters. So the idea is you want to get Celeste's ultimate on the dragon to hit as many of those health bars as you can. But you gotta kind of time it out because it hits a random enemy. You don't want to hit somebody up here because that's... The regular enemies are easy to kill. That's no problem. It's this big old dragon in the back that's the issue. Now the other option for this would have been, and potentially could have been a good choice, if you had picked the Elves and Dwarves specialization with Ashara, you could put, although you do have to get the gold to get Delina instead of Hitch, you go with Delina, Jax, and Brenner in your primary damage column, and that would be okay. 2 primary damagers, 1 poking at the dragon, Delina cleaning up people in front. Could probably work to keep things at better and rolling better than just the humans can. But I already picked specialized, so here we go. Haha, wee! Did that really do nothing? Oh, that's disappointing. She doesn't even do enough damage to... I picked humans, right? Yep, sure did. Wowee. Is this not going? Why is this going so poor like? Now let's see if I do that. Well, do that. Oh, she's stuck. Okay, let's wait till she wakes up. Stuns. Okay, Ashara, wake up. Stop hitting everybody. Stupid dragon. Yeah, this is not... Okay, there you go. Switch. 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 Come on. Let me... So, when fighting this boss... it has a habit of hitting the whole party, and then it makes... There you go. Ugh. Makes it really hard to get the... get your character switched. Because that, like, when somebody's stunned, it just goops the whole party. Because the entire column of champions that is in conflict or being engaged by the enemy is entirely stunned. Even if they've only hit the one person. So like there, Jax is stunned, I probably won't be able to move anybody there. That's what it seems like anyways. I haven't figured and confirmed, but for Jax here, since he's not my primary damager, we are going to go Master of Piracy for the extra gold find. It's the only logical choice there. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're rolling through it slowly. I put an Ashara for those multiple extra hits was definitely a solid idea. Even without the bonus damage, the Paragon you get at level 70, she's still a superior choice over Celeste. Even if they're both getting one-hit kills, because then like, Ashara gets 3 one-hit kills to Celeste's 1, right? So you're getting 3 times. And with the randomness, sometimes you're hitting the boss as well. It just works out better, right? Minsk also is closest, I think? Closest enemy, yeah. So Minsk will keep the closest pile at bay, because he could kill 8 guys at a time if they were all jammed up. Actually, while I'm on that topic, familiars would help with this, because they will help to keep the smaller enemies closer to the far end of the screen, which will make them build up a little bit. Makes it easier for Minsk to kill them. Gives you potentially a bit more time while farming ultimates, because you clear everybody out, it'll take them longer to get to your party, which will give your cooldown timers a bit more time to run. And you can also see too with with Calliope in the third row, her hit shields from her basic ability and from her ultimate can definitely help to counteract the loss of Celeste's healing ability when moving her back a row. Or I guess moving her back a row? Because left is right and right is left. Okay, so there you go. That'll scroll. This will hit continue real quick. Okay, so for most of this, I mean, the usual routine, you've got Nayeli and Calliope sandwiching whatever row Brunner is in, and then the three of them are buffing whatever champion you put in that row. I usually will farm Jax or Jarlaxle as my highest damage champion, kind of as far as I can. I'll usually pick his gold find specialization anyways, just because gold is nice, and especially when you get a number of different champions that work with his ability, his gold find is crazy. Also, his damage can run you pretty high as well, like, because the formation for gold find with him, and I won't get too into this, there's a lot of damage champions, so it runs incredibly fast until you hit your wall, but your wall comes a little bit earlier than you would like because you've got less buffers and more damagers, and you need the buffers to keep that damage climbing fast enough to keep on track with the levels you're playing. Because it's an exponential curve, right? So if you're not keeping up with that curve, if you just kind of plateau out somewhere, anyways. So then once we hit our wall, we switch Jax out, especially for hit point based bosses, because he does just kill enemies until he can't anymore. Like if he does 10 times the damage, he'll hit somebody, then he does 5 times the damage, he killed him, and then he did 2.5 times the damage, and then 1.25 times. So he does 4 enemies dead with 1 attack for him. And I'm fairly... Anyways, so he's good for small enemies, for regular guys like we're fighting right now. But when you hit... actually, he's earlier on, for hit point based levels like the barricade, he can do very well because your smaller champions can work on the barricade, and he can keep the actual enemies at bay when they have like ranged ones that stop behind the barricade. So he's good for that kind of thing. But like the level 50 boss for this one, he struggles hard. He attacks fast and he always hits the boss, but then like I said, your primary damager isn't doing anything about the monsters that are building up in front of your party. So that puts a very, very significant time limit on that boss fight. Anyways, so Nayeli, Brunner, Calliope, buffing your primary damage road. I run Jax as the damager until I can't anymore. For the boss, I switch in for humans. I switch in for Minsk because he hits multiple people. I also like to use Minsk because with Ashara's bond... Excuse me, good grief. With Ashara's bond ability, you do get, especially with Hitch, you get more humans in your party. So once you hit that level at 70 or 80, so once you hit that Paragon of Tears the Ball, I think, once you get that ability for her, having more champions of your bonded race is hugely beneficial because you get an extra 100% or something for every racially appropriate champion in the party. Plus, that bonus also applies to Ashara. So in a situation like this, Brenner, Minsk, Ashara in your primary row, if you had the Paragon, Ashara would then almost certainly become your highest damage champion, especially because she hits multiple people every time. And you fairly quickly get an upgrade to get a 4th bolt as well. So she's yeah, she didn't used to be great, and then they changed everything with the core champion update, and now she's a real treat. Anyways, so that was it. Oh yeah, and then Celeste, we picked the extra damage because your healing is trash. Keep her in the second row as long as you can, and then when you need the extra damager, you shuffle her back for her damage buff. Because even though her healing is not great, for some of those hit point based levels, I mean, it can give you the extra few minutes to get you those last little bits you need. So it can be beneficial, but it's kind of trash. So it fades. Its usefulness fades very quickly. Anyways, you'll notice me looking off to, well, I guess there's this, well, meh. Anyways. I got up at 5 in the morning to make this video, so I'm feeling a little sleepy and stuff. So I'm gonna go now, have a nap and edit this, or edit this and have a nap. Anyways, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I know that I had a thought while making this one that maybe you're expecting there to be a bit of a thing about the champion I just unlocked in this video, which would kind of make sense. And maybe I'll restructure some videos in the future when I get a better computer and I can potentially make better videos about it, and I'll just redo everything, which is a lot of work, but this game is a lot of fun, so I probably won't mind it too much. And I can make better videos, which will be better for the people that are watching them, so I won't mind doing that either, because you guys will appreciate that if you're watching these things anyway. But I will make videos of highlighting the abilities and stuff of the unlocked champions, but I will do so most likely in my other file, because I do have a substantial amount of blessings and favor with all of the primary campaigns, which makes it much easier to unlock and go through all of the abilities the champions have, because your gold find is so many hires. And it just makes things move real fast for you, you know? You burn through those first 200 levels no problem. You get up there and in those last little bits, you really figure things out. Anyways, that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, I gotta try to do some challenge videos. Holy cow, yawns. We've gotta do base adventures in the Tomb of Annihilation. So I've got some videos doing the variants in the Grand Tour, because they had a challenge like this earlier. So I'll probably edit and post the Grand Tour variants right away. They're over the course of it, because there's 6 of them so far. And whilst editing and posting those ones, I will work on guides and variants for the Tomb of Annihilation, so I can also work on this one. So that'll be what's coming up next, now that I've got both champions unlocked here. I don't usually shoot for getting the variants done to get the chests and whatnot, because it's hard, and I stress funny, so I just don't want to deal with it. Also, I'm trying to run 2 files, and it's stressful. So, next time. So this first year round, I'm just unlocking all the champions. You unlock all the champions, and doing that, you get a bunch of favor. You use the favor to buy some blessings, and then when you have all the champions unlocked and you got some good flavor, then you start the second year of things, and you can start getting all the chests for the champions and getting all the achievements for those champions, which will improve your damage even more and stuff. And then you have all the champions, and you can change all your formations because you've got all the flexibility from having all the champions, and then because you have all that flexibility, it makes it easier to deal with all the variants. Like, there's variants that you can only use Forest Grey guys. Well, okay, but you'll have a bunch of equipment and blessings and stuff, so even though you only have 5 people in your party, it'll be okay because you've got all the extra bonuses. And then sometimes you can only use lawful champions, and then because you've unlocked all the champions, then you have all the choices. Sometimes you only use strong champions. Sometimes you can only use stupid champions. So blah 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 blah. So year 1, I just unlocked the champions. I'm skipping most of the time gates in terms of actual unlocks, so that I can keep the unlocks in line with the events. So I know I have a Dieth time gate video posted. I'm on the fence of whether I want to delete it. I also think it's pretty bad, but I haven't gone to watch it. This is too much. I'm just gonna go. This is just about unlocking the silly lizard man. I unlocked the lizard man. I told you how I did. Look it. I used those guys. I went pro damage for everybody except for Jax. I went gold fund. For Brenner I went shield master, and for Ashara I bonded humans. Okay, that worked. I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye bye.